Instagram Reels, they're not going anywhere. They're also the fastest way to get more followers on Instagram. So if you haven't jumped on this form of Instagram content creation yet because it's a tad overwhelming, you might feel a bit silly, or you're unsure of where to start, this video is for you. I'm Phil Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I share practical advice to build your brand. Today I'm in Mexico City and we're talking all about Instagram Reels. If Instagram is part of your content strategy, which I'm sure it is if you're watching this video, you need to be making Instagram Reels to grow, even if you don't like them. I personally don't love them. However, I need to get over this and we'll get over it together. Video content is intimidating. I have been there. I am a notorious perfectionist, and so any form of video content adds a layer of complication for me. Used to stop me altogether from content creation if I didn't have the right script, if I didn't have the right teleprompter app. By the way, I just published a video with my recommendation, which I'll link to over here. If I didn't have the right camera angle, if I didn't have the right message prepared, I'd procrastinate so much until time had passed and it wasn't even worth my effort to make the video anymore. However, today I've gone viral on TikTok and I've amassed almost 1 million views on this YouTube channel with over 150 videos. Beyond that, I've unlocked a whole new revenue stream of my business, which is sponsored content deals, and now I'm ready to take on Instagram Reels once and for all. I hope you're with me on this. Recently on my podcast, we chatted with jessiemgolden, a food mindset coach. I invited her on the podcast because she's one of the greatest Instagram Reels creators that I know. Her Reels frequently get 20,000 views, and she's even got into the hundreds of thousands of views as a small creator, she says. And even more impressively, they do not take her long to make. So here's what I learned from Jess about getting started on Instagram Reels, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. Tip number 1, know your audience. This goes with any branding initiative, but it's really important with Instagram Reels. You need to create content with an uncomfortably specific audience in mind. Don't get scared to niche. When you get specific, people feel seen, and when people feel seen, they feel part of your community, which gets your engagement up and up. Tip number 2, answer a question. I often recommend this to clients to keep a questions doc where they can throw any question that they get about their area of expertise so that you can reference it quickly. I'm going to show you mine. I use an app called Dropmark to store all of my ideas. In here, I have a folder where any good question that I get asked from a viewer, user, subscriber, follower, this is where it goes. This is so helpful for when I need to come up with ideas to create content. I recommend keeping track of questions that you get in comments, DMs, and emails, then tailor your video to answer that question. Let's keep going. Tip number 3, repeat your message. This tip from Jess actually blew my mind. Here's why. Your followers aren't going to see everything that you post. This is just how the Instagram algorithm works nowadays. Sometimes we forget that. Furthermore, your followers are upset by you bringing up the same tips and ideas more than once. In fact, they probably like it. This is why they're following you. I never thought of it this way. The good news, you don't need to come up with a unique message every single time you post on Instagram. I wouldn't recreate the exact same video in the exact same way because that would get boring, but you're not going to do that anyways. You can absolutely repeat key messages and present those messages in different ways. In fact, it's encouraged. I've got a few more tips to share. Tip number 4, be strongly inspired by what's doing well. I'll show you how to find out what's doing well so you can be strongly inspired by it. In the Instagram app, go to your Reels tab and see what Reels show up for you. Scroll through, see which ones you like. You can save which ones you like, ignore which ones you don't like, and when you've got a concept that you like, you can recreate that format and put your own spin on it. Obviously, you're not going to be copying the creator that you find. You're going to put your own personality and text into it. That's going to make it different. But this is really important. Use the same music in the reel that you're recreating. To save the audio of a reel that you like, you can click Save Audio, so you can save it for quick access later. You can also select Use Audio at the bottom if you want to make the reel right now. So that's the 4th tip. Be strongly inspired by what's doing well. I've got a few more tips, so let's continue. Tip number 5, keep it simple with tools. This might be my favorite tip from Jess. This is a department that I tend to overcomplicate. I love tools and gadgets, but here's the tip. You don't need the fanciest video editing software to have good reels. In fact, Jess edits hers directly in Instagram, so avoid all of that fancy transcriptions, editing tools, apps. Just keep it simple with tools. I have one more tip. Tip number 6, aim for presence instead of perfection. Aim for presence instead of perfection. Not every reel is going to be a hit. Just accept that now. It doesn't make sense to spend hours and hours and hours on every single piece of content. Now, I will say, allow yourself time at the beginning to learn it in the early days. And the more you do it, the faster you're going to get. More so with Instagram Reels than any other vertical on the platform, done is better than perfect. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. I am so excited for you to get started on Instagram Reels. If you want to listen to more of Jess's brilliance, check out our podcast episode, Brand Therapy, episode 154. I've linked to that below. The episode is called How Do You Quickly Make Instagram Reels? Jess is awesome. Follow her also on Instagram at jessiemgolden. If you've got any lingering questions about Instagram Reels, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I'll respond to those personally. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few videos that are Instagram related that I think you'll be interested in. I'm Pallen. Thanks for watching, and those videos are coming up next.